Hello, everybody who's already joined the webinar. Just checking our sound here. We'll begin in about 7, 8 minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. This will be a short training on conference calling for interpreters specifically. We did a release webinar last week for language companies, but this one is specifically for interpreters. I just want to give them a special kind of look into how this is going to affect your assignments day to day. So let's get started. As I said, it's going to be very quick. I'm just going to go through the new features, and then I'll take a few questions. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Alrighty, so this is the view of the application, web application. Conference calling is only going to be available for interpreters via web in this release, which is actually going to be early next week. So this is not going to be available today, but that said, I wanted to get started on the training for you guys so that you're, enabled to be able to take these conference calls as quickly as possible. Alrighty, so this is the view of the Boostlingo app from the view of a language company or client. In this case, it's a clinic, Caroline's Clinic. And here's my caller. If you guys aren't aware, you go here and click on the microphone. It opens up your caller. And then obviously here, we're going to go and request the language pair we were needing. If there's a specialized type, we put in what specialized type that would be. And conference calling is just for audio. So we just have audio there. And then, sorry, the view that you're going to be seeing as an interpreter, this looks familiar, I'm sure. This is your caller. Same process for opening it. You go to the microphone symbol, app or web, and then you click in the center to go online, same to go offline. So what we're going to do is place a call, and I'll show you how the conference calling feature works. So this is me as a clinic client. So here we go, calling. And then it goes here to the interpreter. Me as an interpreter, click to answer, just like any other call. So you can see that I answered it. And then to do a conference call, you click this little plus symbol, and then you will be instructed to put the number in. So we're going to do my cell phone. And then you press this button to place the call to the third party. So it's dialing, as you can see. And I'm going to answer it here, my cell phone. And you can see it connected. So I'm just going to speak into the cell phone. I know it might be kind of hard to tell from this viewpoint, but that's how it works. For now, what I'm going to do is show you that you can mute the third caller, and then you can also hang up and go back to just with the requester. So let's go ahead and do that so you can see that. So now I'm on again just with the requester. I'm going to go ahead and hang up here. And then another interesting thing is, so usually when you end a call, you see this rate your experience, but this part has been added, so you can see the third party number and the duration that it was with the third party. So the duration of the call in total was a minute and 10 seconds, but the duration with the third party was 28 seconds. So it kind of gives you some insight into that information. And then also, as an interpreter, we can go into your logs here and see that exact same thing. So you see the third party information, the same information you would see in any case, but you see how long you're connected with a third party, and then the duration of the call. So that's the basic setup and procedure for answering conference calling. Right now I'm going to take any questions you guys might have. So if there are any questions, please feel free to write in the question panel, and I'd be happy to answer them. If there aren't any questions, like I said, this is going to be a very short training. It's literally 5 minutes kind of to learn how to do it. That said, though, if anyone has any questions moving forward when they are starting to use the technology, actually, and as it's live, um, the best way to get quick support if there's an issue is always support@boostlingo.com, and also always feel free to email me, caroline@boostlingo.com. So I'm just going to take, there's a couple questions here, so I'm going to take those. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Just trying to see the questions clearly. Okay. Some people said that they couldn't see the shared screen. Sorry about that if that was the case. We are going to be sending an email with a link to our uploaded YouTube training. So if you registered for the webinar and you weren't able to attend it live, we will be sending it out to all of the interpreters and participants or registrants. Okay. Will the requester give us the number to the third party to call? Yes, they will. They can say it to you over the phone, but there's also a chat window in the app, in the web app that they can use to send the number as well. Hold on a second. Sorry, my view of the questions is kind of skewed right now for some reason. Will we be able to choose if we want to accept audio or video calls in general for a specific day? So you'll be able to clearly see if the call that is coming in is an audio or video call. For conference calling, video calls are not going to be able to happen with conference calling. It's just for audio. But teaming, something that's, video conference calling, is something that we are working on getting out as well. So conference calls, will we be getting paid for the same? Yes, as far as I know at this point, you'll still be getting paid by the minute. So if it's a conference call, it just means maybe that the duration would be longer than any regular call, because you're having to interpret back and forth with two clients versus one. If anything, in terms of rates changes for conference calling, I definitely would let everybody know. So somebody asked me to go through again how to do the call. I will be sending this link out, as I said before, to all people who've registered for the webinar, even if you couldn't attend it live. So you'll definitely be able to see how it's done. And moving forward, obviously, if there's any particular questions or concerns, please feel free to email me, caroline@boostlingo.com. I think those are all the questions for today, unless anyone has anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the webinar for now. It's very short. But yeah, so obviously feel free to reach out to me. Our next webinar is going to be November 13th with the director of CCHI. So don't miss that, 11 a.m. PST. And feel free to reach out to me, like I said before.